Time to do some sketchy shit. Doo-dah, doo-dah. Hope I get away with it. Oh, the doo-dah day.
Okay, showtime.
Hi.
Howdy.
That was a little bit weird. That was
Dan?
more than a little bit weird.
Dan,
Yes,
4
dear.
years ago tonight.
You're kidding me.
No,
We've wasted this much time and
Yep.
not made a single dollar.
nope.
It's
Hey,
worth
Carl, Donna, Paul.
it.
Yeah.
It's always been worth it. Yeah, Paul has been here for hours. Carl, hello.
And John just missed it. Damn.
Hey, John.
John timed it so he would miss it, I'm sure.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Hey, this is the man that I just claimed could take out Cthulhu with 55 gallons of serious putty.
Yeah. All right, John, I'm gonna play it again for you because you're involved with this.
Okay.
Here we go. And this is exactly how we started the first show. We just boom went on.
Yeah. And no, we are not going 4 hours and 20 minutes. Unless
420.
somebody really wants to look at my bald spot for 5 hours.
Yeah. Well, here's another thing. Did you notice those were awful long gaps between each card?
Not particularly, no.
I guess
That
I
was
didn't measure the gaps.
Actually, those were 8 seconds long.
Mhm.
8 seconds is how long a bull rider has to stay on for a complete run. Meaning, we've done a lot of bullshit the last 4 years.
A lot of bullshit. I showed up about a year and a half ago.
And I'm proud
Yeah,
to say that I am part of the bullshit now.
Yep.
Welcome to the
but,
bull.
Thanks,
Thanks,
Paul.
Paul.
And we're still here.
we have become part of the tradition that Cowboys
And
now
Donna's
think
right.
11 seconds is a long ride.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, Dan.
Hey,
you're
hey,
actually-
I didn't earn. Well, no, I did earn that look.
Yeah, you did.
And
No.
Dan,
Okay.
if you just go a little long tonight, and you've done
4:20.
4 hours and 20 minutes.
Yep.
420.
Just so
If I
everyone knows,
go
our-
any longer, Lindsay will complain. Let me
just
tell
so all
you.
our new viewers know, we only did the 2-hour show basically in the beginning, and we didn't actually record it until Joe brought a kitten home. Okay, and the kitten crawls up on his chair and was sitting there on his shoulder. And it was right after the show ended. We're all sitting around talking because you can do that without actually broadcasting. And we're all sitting around talking. And Joe looks over at the cat, and the cat's butt is right in his face. And the cat farted. and Joe turned around to say something to the cat because the cat had its butt in his face. And he turned around to say something. His mouth was wide open. A cat goes running. Joe's like, okay, and it was so funny. It was so funny, and we didn't record it. It's just that's the problem. So
And,
we started.
and this is the way that Joe Dog found out what it's like getting into an elevator at a convention after him.
I don't think the cat was probably even near what that was.
No,
but
no,
at least
the
it was
cat-
a little
the cat
sampling of it.
Perfectly reproduced that
It was
sequence.
a rescued junkyard cat. So yes, it probably did smell that bad, Don. Okay.
Okay, so my cat using the litter box this morning woke me up. Not because he was pawing at it. I took a breath in my sleep and started to choke.
Anyway, that's why we started going over to a longer stupid o'clock, and then eventually Joe split it off so that Dan ran the stupid after show, which is now Last Man Standing. And
Yes,
there we are.
yes. Originally,
Yeah, but that
We-
first, originally, when we first signed up for StreamYard, we were on the first free tier, which means you get 20 hours of free broadcasting.
yeah, well, we used that up in 3 days.
We did.
wasn't it 40 hours when we started?
No, just 20. And I think they've cut that back to 10.
Yeah, because of us.
No, they sold the company since we started using it.
And they now they've taken over the company that bought them.
Carl, as well as Donna and Rob, is now in the chat.
Hey,
Hey,
Rob.
Rob.
Somebody
Rob.
with brains should kind of tend to that. It's not
and
me.
back in the day when we were doing this, we were broadcasting the link address you got, so we never know who was popping in.
Mhm.
And we actually didn't give a flip.
Of course, it was in the middle of the pandemic, and everybody was bored.
Yeah.
You know,
And only the really, really cool cats were online.
Yeah.
speaking of during the pandemic, you know, there was this girl that me and Joe went to school with.
Jesus.
Her name was Peggy, and she married this guy named Peter Piper. And Peggy, she poisoned her partner, Peter Piper, by planting a poison powder in his pineal. She's appealing her prison sentence.
You got till the S word, huh?
John.
You got through all the P's, but screwed up on the S word.
It's the easy ones that get me. It just,
All right, Mrs. Brown. Oh.
John, we're going to turn Aunt Donna loose on your ass. And Nick Tucker has been sitting here. Oh, I'm in trouble now.
Preposterous. Hi,
probably.
Nick.
Oh, my goodness.
And y'all give me hell for bad puns.
No, We give you hell for stupid puns. We applaud your good puns.
He who would pun would pick a pocket.
I'll just stop. Oh, I do have a question, Joe. Was it bread or hobo that made all the scent for you?
Red.
Did you say
It was
bread or red?
Bread. B-R-E-A-D.
The
Okay.
cat's name is Bread.
I think my next black cat, I'm going to name Red.
Whitey.
The best name I ever heard was the person who named their dog Ask Him. People would come up and say, "What's your dog's name?" Ask Him.
And they never figured out who Kim was, did they? Excuse me. I'm a natural born smartass. I will exit the room shortly.
Unfortunately, Ask Him was a jerk, and Ask Him got hit by a car.
Oh,
Ask Him didn't make it.
Ooh.
I am so sorry.
Well, I can't read what it says, but
Hang on a
When you
minute.
get it up close, then it goes fuzzy.
Yeah, hang on a second. Let me see if I can do this. Maybe.
Should.
Oop, that didn't work at all.
Whoa, that
Whoa.
didn't work at all, but
Oh,
It's
dear
pretty.
John. That just shows exactly what's going on in your head.
hey. That is a John Deere litter. That's when your tractor leaves you for another farmer.
That's cold as ice.
I was gonna say, if somebody brings John up as big on the screen, we might be able to read it.
Nope.
let me
Not
figure out
going
how
there.
to do it. There we go.
Peggy Piper, who
Yeah, that's my cue card. Yeah,
Piper by
that's how I can remember how to say it. Ooh, hey. Oh, well, never mind. Okay, anyway.
And yet you can't remember how to say it, even with a cue card. Johnny Carson would be very disappointed in you.
2 fish and a herring.
I like the one.
Bad Night for a Tree.
I like the one.
I do think
Sits
it's a knitting
Glue
pattern.
Ba. What's the sound a sheep makes just before it explodes?
Mm-hmm.
Right. 3 Dog Night. What is a
You
bad
said
night?
you
for a
weren't going
tree?
to tell anybody.
What is a bad night for a tree?
That would be a great opening skit for HallowCon opening ceremonies.
Oh, fuck. I've just been voluntold.
No,
I don't like doing stuff like that.
no, I'll do the Karnak. I'm good at falling. I'm very good at falling.
Perpendicular platitudes postulated preposterous palindromes pantomime posthumously. How could I say that, but I could say the stuff at the show last night, Joe?
Or Monday night.
Or, yeah. Pieces of paper as prompts are probably present.
Probably, Nick. Probably.
I ain't even gonna attempt it.
Nick, you were not here behind the screen before we started the show. And I was talking about today's progress on the story. I have already introduced the Moon-Eyed People and am about to introduce the elders who were here before anyone else walked across the land bridge from Russia. And then there's a certain perambulating nighttime wizard who walks around with a staff and a lamp, who is an urban legend that I am trying desperately to find a way to work into the story.
Well, there's always the North Georgia Bigfoot.
Dude, I've already, yeah. I mean,
Ha-
seriously.
Have you
That-
heard that? Have you heard that
That's
story?
no, that's in the story already. Believe me, it North Georgia ain't got nothing to do with it, but yeah, it's there. We're there, and Paul has just triggered my pronunciation error format, and I'm gonna have to reboot here.
Oh, Dan, y'all remember that story about the guy in North Georgia said he shot and killed a Bigfoot and had it in his freezer?
Yeah, it turned out to be a rubber monkey suit frozen in ice, so he hoped nobody would know
Yeah.
what it was.
Yeah, well, he submitted a blood sample for it, and they analyzed the blood sample, and it was 75 or 78% possum, which goes to make me believe no wonder we can't find Bigfoot. We've been looking on the ground through the tree. Some bitches up in the tree hanging by
Some
his head.
bitches up in the trees going.
I've never been good at climbing trees. Sorry.
Oh, oh my God! Don't tell anybody from Australia about this. They'll have nightmares about Bigfoot drop bears. Can you imagine a 300-pound drop bear that falls on your head? If you don't wear a wizard's hat, you're doomed. Um, Thank you, Terry Pratchett. I love you. You glorious motherfucker. I love you. The imagery you have created lives on forever. Um, if you have not experienced the glory that is Terry Pratchett's writing, not only Discworld, but everything else he did, please do, because your lives are missing something you did not know was absent. And once you find out it is, you will not be satisfied until you've read every single word the man ever wrote. And that's going to take you about 3 lifetimes, but I believe in reincarnation. We can do this together. And Donna's going, "Oh, you stupid."
No, I overdid it today. My back is hurting.
I'm,
So
honey,
I'm probably not going to stick around too long tonight, but yeah.
I
But,
type
I'm
all
glad.
day.
I'm glad you.
Imagine how my shoulder feels.
Well, I'm not
I mean,
trying this. I'm not having a pissy contest.
I
I'm
typed
just
all day, and Lindsay let me, which I am forever grateful.
What
But
were you saying, Joe Dog?
I'm glad you did make it tonight, because to see that, this is our 4 years. 4
Mhm.
years putting up with this bullshit. I mean,
Having fun, you mean?
yeah.
no, he means me talking. Um, it's still, you know, we are missing 2 people.
Skunk and Heather.
Heather,
Yeah.
and Lewis.
Yeah,
actually.
Lewis. Yeah.
I do count him as people, but Lewis has shown up from time to time, so he's not quite as absent friend
No.
as Heather and Skunk because of their schedules.
Yeah.
have
Heather
become-
got a good job.
Oh, Heather's a nurse. My God.
No, no, she works for the county health department.
Uh huh.
She got a government job, which means she's off on holidays and Friday and Saturday.
I saw Dawn's screen start to move, and I thought I was just waiting to see the hand appear with ice cream through the back of it again.
What was that? He's standing right here now.
I,
Or
I,
do you
I,
want him to do his magic trick?
no, I said I saw the screen start to move, and I was just waiting to see the hand appear with a bowl of ice cream through the back of it again.
No, go back to this.
See the hand.
Oh yeah, Blake. Yeah, I miss Blake hanging out with.
There you go. So hold on.
Don't pay any attention to the hand behind the curtain.
I'm back.
Hey, if Dawn,
Oh, this is not the green room. I cannot finish that remark.
well, I was thinking if you see Dawn sit straight up, her eyes get big around and go, ooh, check where that hand is.
I think John might have gotten a hold of him and said, "Hey, put some ice in your hand and drop it down her back."
Yeah.
You and John aren't friends on Facebook, right?
No, but now you've gave him the idea.
They will be.
He's actually over here smiling. Did you guys know he smiled?
I know. He lives with you. I know exactly what's going through his mind.
Tweet. What's going through there right now? Not a whole lot. Yeah. Oh wow.
Hey. If you get that, you're good.
Nick, why should I be dressed like Morticia Adams and Hi Zachy? I'll be back in just a second.
Because you're going to be dressed as Morticia Adams in just a second.
Zach says, almost
no.
He says, loves join, but everybody's sleeping. We'll try to be at the green room tomorrow and chat for a little bit. It's only 2:21 a.m. over there.
No, Paul. That rumor has. Okay, I gotta flash this one up on screen. Prime is making a Larry Niven Ringworld series. From what I've read about so far, the people writing it, the script, do not understand the original concept at all. This does not surprise me, but Ringworld was optioned 40 years ago, and no one has been able to figure out how to write the script yet. There's no chance in hell Prime is going to be able to pull this off. This is something destined for development hell, because there is no longer a technology gap that would keep it from being done. There's a comprehension gap, because people who have money are not going to invest in something that is above their level of comprehension, which is why you get
Reality shows and the Kardashians.
exactly.
This is a reality show in its own kind of way.
Yeah, but we're real reality. We're not, hey, I've got a big butt and big tits, Kardashian style reality. No, that's not real. This is real. And
Yeah, Zach called it right. A very special kind of reality.
uh-huh. Uh, Amazon only gets 50 to 75% of rights. That's why it brings some powers with support.
Well, what
Excuse
kind of
me.
reality, Zach, is the gallons in Canada?
Oh, I'm glad Zach's watching. I got a Canadian 5-gallon bucket. Yeah.
Oh.
What?
Joe's laughs at
I,
his chest hurts. I'm laughing my neck.
I hate to tell you, but you forgot to take the Hail Pale emblem off the side after you bought it.
Oh,
that's-
Zach, you know
no,
we love you.
No, that's actually the maple syrup.
Oh God! Now you got now you've invoked Bill. We're going to get spammed. The anger of the geese is upon you, isn't it? You said.
I don't know, Zach. You're going to have to tell us that.
No, Zach. There are U.S. gallons. There are Canadian gallons.
And there's imperial gallons.
There's imperial gallons.
Dun, 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 dun.
Then there's golden gallons.
There's also golden eggs.
You're not supposed to remember that movie. No, there is also the Jamaican gallons.
And the Spanish galleons.
No,
Galleons?
that's galleons, not gallons. Although the Spanish probably wish they'd sent some galleons to Jamaica to get some gallons.
Oh, that actually reminded me of a theory that has just come about. Oak Island has a lot of Templar markings on it.
Mm-hmm.
The Templars fled Spain to Scotland and over. Maybe Christopher Columbus wasn't looking for the spice trail. He was trying to find the Templars for the King of Spain.
I think Paul has provided the absolute best critique of that theory.
Joe, did you like that idea that I just presented?
Tell us what you want, what you really, really want.
That actually kind of makes sense.
If I did that, I'd get arrested, honey.
That's illegal in 4 countries.
It does, doesn't it?
Hmm?
If you include
Columbus was looking for the Spice Girls. That makes the most sense of anything I've heard out of history since the founding of China.
Oh.
And believe me, they get a longer history than we do.
It's not about the size of the history; it's about how you use it.
Depends. Are the gallons bigger in Canada or the U.S.?
Oh, believe me, they're bigger in Jamaica. Those are big gallons.
Oh, Nick, it's sporty. I have to admit, back in the day, I was a baby Spice Girl, but now looking back at it, I gotta go sporty.
Yeah. Hey, Dan.
I have no dog in this hunt.
I was gonna say you don't have a spice in this hunt.
Hey, Dan.
No. I don't think turmeric is included in the Spice Girls.
Hey Dan, do you
Yeah.
know what performing oral sex on elderly women tastes like? It depends.
Actually, Joe
No.
Dog,
Ugh. Ugh.
$20 is
You
20
always have to go
bucks.
there, don't you?
He does, but then he's
Poise
been
myself
retired
for
a whole
that.
lot longer than I have. Um,
Zach,
and
hey,
and yet we put up with him because he pays the bills. I mean, seriously. Ah,
And you
uh,
guys didn't catch either one that came out of my mouth, huh? Nope.
oh, oh,
4 years, Carl. It's a lot to live up to.
hey, you know what I hate about eating vegetables? Getting them back in the wheelchair.
Hmm.
um, 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 no,
Oh, Lord.
I, I, I was trying
I
to
don't get
formulate a.
I don't get paid enough salary for this.
I was trying to formulate a non-green room
Mwah! Good night, everybody.
Dawn, but
Yeah, I think it's only appropriate.
I can do. I don't think I can do a non-green room, but
And don't hate, rotate.
I don't. I think it's only appropriate that I'm trying to paint a cross right now with all this.
It's upside
and
down.
it's upside down, which is exactly what we need for this show.
It's right set up for Joe, and that's all that really matters.
Exactly.
I never looked for a shorter route to India. I already knew how to make curry. Zach, that's rude. I mean, seriously.
Which one? It's not rude if I get paid. Where's my celery? Actually, I hate celery. Don't do it.
You don't need celery. You need a salary.
I was playing off the vegetable joke, Dan.
Oh.
I'll be here all week. Tip your waitress.
Oh, guys,
Try
I
the meal.
may have to tap.
Me too, Joe.
Oh,
I don't
I-
care what you what. No, I ain't touching that. I started to, but no, I ain't.
Don't touch that.
No, I can't breathe, guys. These ribs are killing me.
Oh,
Well, stop eating them.
Oh,
Wrong kind of barbecue sauce.
yeah. My laughing fit just then really hurt. Oh God, I can feel my voice echoing through the ribs. It hurts.
ooh.
I'll try not to be funny the rest of the night, but
Well, what's the point of doing the damn show if you can't be funny?
well, I do kind of walk this way, but
You talk that way too. Okay, I'm gonna stop because I'm gonna make Joe Dog really hurt.
I figured y'all just
we
brought me on
tag
for my
team
look.
on a tagline.
All right, but yeah, thanks, John, Dan. Thank y'all for 4 great years.
Joe Dog,
What?
please go take care of yourself
I am.
because we need you
Yeah.
and we care about you.
Oh, and Dan, I've got shows set up for next weekend already.
I saw that.
And there is a highly big chance there may be a Wednesday night. What is HallowCon? With some of the guests.
Oh, That'll be impressive.
Wednesday night?
Don't
What?
we know a HallowCon guest?
Do what?
Don't we know a HallowCon guest?
Yeah, we know one of them, and
We
you know we know a few of them, but we've got a surprise guest announcement coming.
Steven Spielberg.
God,
no. He never returns my emails.
What time Wednesday are you thinking about doing that, Joe Dog?
Stephen King.
According to my Facebook and YouTube's algorithm, chart thing, 9 p.m. is when we have our 9 p.m. Wednesdays when we have our most viewers.
9 p.m. or Eastern time?
Eastern.
So that's after Joe's show.
Mm-hmm.
We get to see him.
Oh,
I wasn't gonna go there.
I didn't go there.
I almost did.
oh,
We're gonna get to see him burn some yarn.
oh.
Oh, you'll get to see my wife burn some yarn because I'll be at a town council meeting.
As far as I know, Nick is going to direct for us.
Yep.
All right.
Ooh.
Good night, y'all. I'm gonna
Good night, Joe
go to
Dog.
bed.
Take care,
Good night,
bud.
Joe.
All right.
Yeah, Joe. Please rest easy. Take some meds, and not the kind I take, but some good ones.
Has anyone noticed that ever since Joe got his 3D printer, he keeps breaking ribs?
That's because he's trying to lift heavy shit and put it in the printer. I mentioned the filaments for that weigh almost as much as a 55-gallon drum of serious putty, which I accused you of being able to use earlier today in the comment.
The 5 spools I have, I think it was 32 pounds in the box for all 5 spools.
I have grandchildren that weigh less, but not for much longer. They're going to be healthy and eating lots of cornbread and buttermilk. And if you don't get that joke, I feel sorry for you. Let us not confuse celery with bread. I could. Paul, you know better. You know what I'm capable of. Don't tempt me. Seriously. Even Dawn has learned not to give me straight lines because
No, I haven't.
I will go there like a shot and be right up that dark alley.
That's what he said.
Hey, some people like it right up the dark alley.
Well, someone insisted. I get distracted so easily.
I know, and I'm not even doing anything.
You don't have to. You really don't have to. It's just... I don't want to get in trouble. Waiter, check, please. Oh! No, I'm not finishing that one. I'm going to go down the hall. John, you're in charge.
Oh my God.
Hey, launch the nukes if you need to.
Okay, you do realize that I'm the kind of airline pilot that would do barrel rolls just for fun, just to see if anybody, just to see if anybody,
Yeah.
just to see if anybody was paying attention to that fasten seatbelt sign,
I
Boom.
Did you see Nick? His comment.
Oh, so much for the show. Leave me in charge, and nobody talks about anything. Okay.
Well, no, I thought you'd bring up Nick's comment at least.
Oh, should I? I mean,
That's on you. You're the one
That's
that's
up
in
to you. We don't
charge.
have ops.
I'm not bringing it up because we'd probably get banned. That's it's that kind of world.
Mhm. I'm just wondering if Joe Dog's going to get a copyright strike for his little intro today.
Why?
Oh, I'm sure somebody will try and claim the music.
I didn't recognize music. But...
Hey, John, check your messenger when you get a chance.
My messenger.
Yeah, please.
I guess there's someone claiming copyright on the music I used in one of my ads that I gave to Joe D. McPhee. And it's the same music out of Wondershare Filmora that I've been using on a whole bunch of stuff.
All right, let's see here. I was looking at a weather report. You know, they're talking about it's getting colder, going to be nasty stuff.
Mm-hmm. We're supposed to get up in the 70s, I think, next week.
Oh, yeah, next week. I mean, I'm talking
60s, 70s.
Tonight it's going to get close to freezing again, which is ticking me off because I'm trying to put a bunch of seedlings out.
Yeah, it's a hard time of year, even up here in Indiana, to try and do seedlings.
Let's see here. See. Uh-oh. You're already talking hurricanes.
Early, really?
Yes. It's supposed to get down 37 tonight, 35 tomorrow, and then 37 Saturday night. So they'll start warming up back.
I heard something on the news.
Yeah, where's Joshua in an accurate weather report? I mean, seriously.
I heard something on the news. They were talking about adding another category to the hurricanes, I thought.
Bigger or smaller? Shut up, Dan.
I thought I heard something about them adding like a category 6.
Ew.
Just because so many of these category 5s that we've had the last few years are actually kind of popping out the scale.
Because we have gone into one of the few warming periods in between Earth's frequent glacial ages. And no, this is not, we cause this with gasoline and hydrocarbons and hairspray sort of thing. This planet has always had and always will have, whether we exist or not, frequent climate changes. And I don't care what your political agenda is. We have actually been in an interglacial ice age for the past 7,000 years or so, if I remember the stats correctly. We are just beginning to enter into a warming period. This has got nothing to do with sunspots. This has got nothing to do with Beetlejuice exploding 500 years ago and we haven't seen it yet or whatever.
It's a giant sea turtle.
This is just Earth being Earth and suffering the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune. I know I've got to pay him copyright fees for that one. But yeah, weather's gotten more extreme lately because we're actually leaving an ice age. And Earth is warming, which means I may get. Wait a minute, I'm not going there. Hey! I'm just on flirting terms with Gaia. I'm not anywhere near dating her. Besides, Lindsay would. No, I just got the memo. Lindsay would allow it as long as it. I'm not saying that. No, I'm not saying that. No. Let's just say I have permission. And there are
Okay, guys. I think I'm
there
going
are
to
other
drop up
people.
too. My back is screaming.
Oh, darn.
Oh,
I did something
Dawn.
stupid today. I didn't mean to. I was just I just
Dawn.
overdid it today.
I wish I was there to try and ease the back pain and the neck pain and everything because I do give fairly decent back rubs.
I'll give you credit for that.
I mean, I'm not therapeutic level, but you know, no, I wish I was there for you right now, but I'm not. I'm 12 hours away.
I know.
And
well, I will see some.
Carl just left the room, so he's on his way to your house right now. with his hands out and whatever. And if he heard me say that, they're dripping like I misread that. Dropping like flies.
We'll see you tomorrow night, Dawn.
I'll see you guys tomorrow night, and see some of you Saturday, and see when I see you on the rest of you. So, good night, everybody.
Good night, Dawn.
Yeah, good night. Good night, Dawn. And actually, I wanted to tell her that her hair looked magnificent, but you know, I didn't get a chance. So screw it. Not her hair.
Yeah, some people can.
Do I have to go down the hallway again? Somebody save my ass.
Yeah, I'm just trying to hurry up and finish this painting now that we're down to 3. I'm surprised Rich isn't here tonight.
He may be in Last Man Standing, but I've not had any of the chats open so I can see if somebody's going, hey, I'll see you there.
No, my wife has to go on midnights, I think Monday night. So I might be able to convince her to come on Saturday night to Stupid O'Clock and LMS.
Well, that would be quite fun.
Oh, who's this?
I
Hello, Facebook user. You got to do the whole go to the thing and punch the thing and say
go to the thing and click the thing, and once you finish fingering the thing, we'll know who you are.
Oh, it's not on the stupid o'clock page.
It's not Keisha. I can tell you that just from the grammar.
What all Facebook pages does he go to?
Stupid O'Clocks, HallowCon, Stupid O'Clock, Joe Dog. Are there any other Facebook pages? I mean, seriously.
I see 4.
Yeah. Joe Dog goes.
Joe Dog
puts stuff everywhere. On my show, he only uses 4 destinations, and he actually could use about 17, but
that was Sean Hatfield.
Oh wow. Nick, I am absolutely fine. I have been writing all day, so I am in a great deal of pain from typing. Don't worry. And you, my friend, are about to guest star in one of my stories. So behave. No, on second thought, misbehave, and we shall find the urban legend wizard with a lamp and a staff walking around put to good use. Yeah, Paul, I don't write stuff in my own blood. I use a word processor. I'm not, gothic or anything.
But getting the printer to work does require a blood sacrifice.
I don't print anything until I send it to the publisher, and then they pay the printer, and I pay the piper.
It's like that joke on the internet says, I'm not sure. The band Rage Against the Machine. I'm not sure what machine they're raging against, but I'm betting it was an HP printer.
I'm betting it's a goddamn printer. Yes. No. Lindsay's been raging against this damn printer for as long as I've had it. No, Paul. No. I don't have to bleed over the keyboard. I stopped writing Cthulhu Mythos stories years ago.
So I think that brown kind of helps it pop a little bit.
Joe, that's absolutely gorgeous. I mean, seriously. You're outdoing yourself.
You should open your own Hobby Lobby.
Well, his would make more money because I'd shop there. No, I mean, seriously, I've seen your wood burning progress from, I don't want to call them simple because they weren't ever simple, but less complicated designs to even more complicated designs, like the wolf last night.
Mm-hmm.
That was a very complicated thing. I don't know that I could have done that. But
that one kept tripping me up because I couldn't decide what way I wanted to keep going with shading it in. I don't know if anybody else knows, but I kept kind of jumping back and forth between sides and the center, and
Well,
this
the
this is the wolf he's talking about, John.
yes, that beautiful thing. Someone give Joe Bachman $10,000 for that wolf, please.
Actually, I'm only asking 20 for it, not 20,000, but $20. Uh,
Hey, you'll accept 20,000. No, Joe. My point was that you have learned and grown so far, and every piece of artwork you do is more and more complicated and more beautiful than you ever thought you would be capable of doing. I mean, the only thing more beautiful than your artwork that you've done is probably Trey, but this is not the green room. Tarot Destroyer.
Still combating a migraine, but I'll stay as long as there's at least one last man standing. Wow, they're
Okay,
dropping like
somebody
flies.
knows the keywords. I'm betting that's Kiri. I am betting that is Kiri. And or Skunk.
Why ain't he here now?
actually.
We could,
Whoever that is copied what Paul said at 8:47 and Donna said right after that.
Oh, so we do have a bot.
Yep, they're just copying what other people have said.
All right.
Yeah, Donna, you typed "wow, they're dropping like flies."
Yep.
I see it on the screen.
And now the bot has been removed.
you need to remember to report them first. That way.
I did simultaneously report, ban, kick their ass, nuke their hometown. I'm very thorough when it comes to bots. This is why Russia is giving up the war in Ukraine, because I keep nuking towns when Russian bots attack me.
Oh, they're back already.
Oh, for real. Child, I was in IRC chat rooms in the 70s. I know how to do ban and block. You have got absolutely
Oh, now they're
nothing.
popping in on another channel.
Doesn't matter. I have an infinite number of clicks. Ta-da! Now, okay, bets as to how many seconds it takes them to create another account with a what do we call it back in the day? IP randomizer or something. I don't remember, but eventually, even a machine will get tired. And I never get tired.
Yeah, IP mask, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so I ended up picking up a paint set today while I was at Michael's. The wife needed to pick up stuffing and
good,
stuff.
good.
So some of the designs that I do that have more openness to them, like the cross,
yeah.
I'm gonna start trying to color in some also before I clear coat them.
Are you planning to use watercolor, acrylic, or oil?
Acrylic.
Oh yeah. Okay. I
Look.
can.
Oh, wait, where'd he go? Oh,
Hey, yeah, Sean, we can see you.
There you go. Oh, well, that's what I'm trying to click. Too much stuff rolling.
Yeah. And Nick. This is why. This is why there are
How you doing,
lynchings
Sean?
in Appalachia.
Let me see
Yeah,
if
Sean. Thank you, cousin. And yes, I am related to both the Hatfields and the McCoys, and several thousand variations of my own name. And
They're back.
we always carry guns. Yes. I'm not even reading anything anymore. You're just gone. Sean is prepping for a con on Saturday.
Where are you heading to?
Hopefully he will tell us. And Nick, I am very surprised that you are allowing yourself this late a night on a weekday, because I know that Amanda and Xander are probably trying to sleep while you are being unsleepy.
Sean's going to be at Meg Comic Expo in Knoxville.
Oh Jesus, home. That Knoxville. Why do you think all the old Dan stories so far have referenced Knoxville as a jumping off point for the readers? Because Dad used to work in Oak Ridge.
there he is.
Hey!
Up.
Sorry.
Yes, how's it going?
How you doing?
I'm doing all right. I'm getting ready for my comic
Two
expo.
mouses, one intent. Yeah.
So that's in Knoxville. What, this weekend? Friday, Saturday, Sunday kind of thing? Or
yeah, I've got my comic expo, and then I've got Kids Quest coming up, and then I've got Metrotham Con, which is down in Chattanooga, and so I'm booked pretty solid coming up. So with the suit, just trying to make some modifications to it, trying to get it going. I saw you guys were on. I was going to pop on and say hello.
Hey.
Well, here we are.
Sean, you are always welcome. Even when you don't have anything going on you want to tell folks about.
Yeah.
I mean, we enjoy your company.
Yeah.
So
join
us anytime.
Yeah, you were a great guest. So that was.
Thank you. Yeah, I've got to get with Joe and get my money over for next year. So we're so I'm I'm trying to get my 3D printers up and running. I'm having a hell of a time trying to get them up and running, but I'm looking at making a new variation of the Iron Man suit. Let me see if I can find it here. Let's see here.
Yeah, Joe bought him a 3D printer and been playing around with it.
They are.
Yeah, that's exactly where Joe's at right now.
Yeah, and Joe Bachman has also been meddling with a 3D printer, and
Well,
Richie
not
has
yet.
as well.
I'm battling where I'm going to set it up at. It's not even out of the box yet.
Someplace flat where you can
Really?
get good air. Make sure that your temperature is controlled. You might also want to get something that will keep the moisture out of the PLA or whatever you're trying to use, because it is going to be moisture will wreck it. And mine keeps eating itself. So
All right, so I will want to set it up down here in the basement because it's actually dry down here and the temperature stays fairly consistent.
I am so not touching that line
where is that at? Hold on.
because I've had teenagers like that.
Okay, I read something interesting a while back. The library in Alexandria, Egypt, the new one, modern one.
Yeah, not the one that got burned down. Yeah.
They've, of course, it's large. You know, this thing is beautiful. I mean, if you ever, it's give you an example. If you go to it on Facebook or not, Google Maps, they actually have a walk-through tour on Street View inside the library. Oh, what do you?
That's what I'm hoping to have next.
Ooh.
Nice.
Let me.
So that's the goals for the next suit.
So you're gonna do angel wings and fun stuff like that?
Hoping to, but like I said, there's many a slip twixt cup and lip. So you know,
depends on the 3D printer at this point in time.
Because you guys know, the highway to hell is paved with good intentions, right?
And 3D printers.
Hey,
and HP printers. So that's basically printers.
Hey. Don't knock HP printers. I keep them in business by buying ink.
New ones every time you have to print something.
Every time my wife wants to print something, I don't have any problem. But no, when she wants to print something, that uses every drop of ink that has ever been created up till that year.
Yeah. Library of Alexandria, if you need to get a book for something, they will print you a book. They have a printer or several of them inside the Library of Alexandria, that if you need a copy of a book, if you have to have a physical copy of the book for something, they'll print it for you right there.
Do I have to know how to spell Abdul El-Hazred to get a copy of the Necronomicon?
Possibly.
Possibly. This is why we let him play with Sirius, buddy. He's cautious.
Well, I like the term hedging my bets. You only get to make a serious mistake with explosives once.
So my youngest has joined the military. He's in the Army now.
Ooh.
And his MOS is 12 Bravo. So,
I like him already.
so he's not a sapper, he's demo. So
no, you got to go to sapper school, and that's tough. Yeah. That's tougher than Ranger school.
Yeah, he was telling me that whenever they were practicing using the C4, that he dropped the block and the DS came over, or the DI came over and slapped him in the back of the helmet and said, "Don't drop it again, Hatfield."
We used to drop it on purpose around the new guys. Just it won't do anything unless it's.
Hey, this is how we did it back in Kentucky, and the McCoys fell for it. I mean, seriously.
So Dan,
yeah,
I got some research on the Hatfield name.
Ooh.
Yes.
Did you realize that you're not English? We're Scottish. Hatfield is actually Scottish, and we were border reavers, And guess what clan was on the other side?
The McCoys.
Clan Mackay, which were the McCoys, and we've hated each other since.
That
since
makes perfect sense, especially giving my little
You know,
brother's taste in women. Yes.
you know,
Um,
if we knew any
oh
sci-fi
my God, I'm
writers,
glad he doesn't watch this because
if we knew
his
any
wife
science
would.
fiction writers,
Mm,
we get them to write a science fiction story where there's 2 planets, one called Hatfield, one called McCoy.
I'm actually writing a book right now. I'll have to tell you about it later.
all you need is to write a planet called Kentucky.
Well, you heard Tennessee's got a new zoo, right? We put a fence around Alabama. Joe is not abused.
Yeah.
I'm trying not to laugh because I know a lot of people from Alabama. Luckily, none of them watch the show.
Stephanie and Josh and
Hey, Steph. No, we'll let Stephanie have a gate.
So I'm
Oh
actually
my
going to pop off here, guys.
God.
I needed to pop on for just a second. Wife is hollering at me, so I'm going to go spend a little time with her and get ready for bed. So,
Alrighty.
Thanks for
All
stopping in.
right.
And good luck
Thank
with the
you.
3D.
Thank you very much
Good luck with the 3D
for
printer.
everything.
all right,
I mean,
I'll be back. Guys.
everything.
I hope you get that thing done before HallowCon because I'd love to see it there.
I've got a heck of a lot of stuff I want to do for HallowCon. So, yeah.
Well,
I definitely want to bring this Tony Stark persona back. So yeah, remind me, shoot me a message. Let me know the next time you guys are going live because I want to tell you what happened at Con Nuga where I got suckered into doing Boylesque.
We will go live Saturday
John's like,
evening.
should
no,
I be
as someone who collects convention stories, I can't wait to hear this one. So
This is going to be a good one, guys. Let's talk it up, and I'll bring it. I'll tell you what happened. It was bad. It was bad.
Right. Our next show will be Saturday at 11.
Okay. All right. I love you guys.
2000.
Man.
Love
Thank
you
y'all
too.
for having me.
Have a good one.
And Paul, please evacuate your children and grandchildren from that particular place. And no, I'm not speaking as someone who attended University of Georgia and supports the Bulldogs, because I ain't got no dog in that particular hunt. But
the Army Rotor Wing Aviation School is at Fort Rucker in Alabama, and it's right outside of Dothan, Alabama.
Dothan, yes, my best friend.
And there are a lot of jokes in the Army about all the helicopter pilots getting all their training in Alabama. It just, it's
my lifelong best friend was born in Dothan, Alabama, and he is, I mean, seriously, John, imagine yourself as somebody I worked with in a factory.
Yeah.
And then imagine yourself as somebody who trusts me with your door keys. For every house you ever lived in. And then imagine me as someone you trust to take advantage, to take care of a lady you later had to divorce when she was in an automobile accident and needed 24/7 care at home. And me went, hell yeah. I mean, you, I'm me. You need her to be nursed. Got it. Don't have milk to offer, but warming medicine in the microwave I can do. My friend Liz is someone that I not only trust with my life, I would trust with my wife. And if that's not good enough for somebody, God help you. Nick is going to sign off. Nick, when I post another link to Old Dan Part 2, which is the working title at the moment, I want your critique. I really do. Because your opinion is going to matter quite a lot. John, take over. My voice is cracking here.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
I'll be
right back.
I was actually looking at Fort Rucker and all the helicopters that they've got. They got all the little training helicopters down there.
Okay.
Must be 50 or 60 of them. Just all over. I'm wondering if that's actually helicopters or if that's something Google did to make it look like helicopters. They all look identical almost. So, Google does that sometimes. Military bases is they'll print stuff on the military airfields to make it look like there's 150 planes there when there's only 2.
Yeah, I can see Google doing that.
The one I love that somebody just brought this up this week. Russia, because they've been losing so many planes to drone attacks that are sitting on runways, started painting aircraft on the runways. So as fake targets, and from the air, if you're flying over 1,000 feet in a drone and you look down and see it, it looks pretty good. And some idiots in a helicopter detachment were parking their helicopters on top of the painted aircraft.
How has that war gone on as long as it has?
Inventory reduction. They're getting rid of all the old inventory. They're getting rid of all the teenagers that don't have anything to do. They're emptying their prisons. They're getting rid of tanks they've been building since the 1950s, and all these old and next thing you know,
never worked.
They'll be flying over in cargo aircraft, dumping old filing cabinets full of paperwork that they've been hanging on to for the last 70 years. It's just gotten to be
good. Now I know where my tax records are going to wind up. When they're going to get serious, when they start dropping politicians from 30,000 feet without a parachute.
You know what really ticks me off about that war? They already controlled 20% of the country because they actually started their invasion, back in 2011 or 2000. I can't remember which year. They went in and basically annexed a bunch of Russian populated parts of Ukraine, Crimea and the Donbass area. And then they already had troops and equipment there. No offense, if you're already in the guy's backyard, how hard is it to take over the rest of the property?
Apparently not as easy as one would think.
And then that fiasco they did, that was it, 40
depends on the property owner. I have known some folks that would really
Yeah.
fuck up the entire Russian army
Yeah.
just to protect
Wait until they get into
1
the back.
square acre of the Smoky Mountains.
Wait until they get into the backyard, then it's legal to shoot them.
I don't care if it's legal. Is it fun? I mean, I've got sniper scopes. I need practice. Bring it, lad. I mean, seriously, you're nowhere near as dangerous as your namesake, who can fly through the air and suck blood. So bring it. I'm here. John's here. John's the one you need to worry about. And Joe could probably actually print things out of serious putty and survive if you ask him nicely and pay him lots and lots and lots of money.
When I was in high school, one of the gun magazines that I was reading at the time had this thing. It was explosives in an basically it's a shaving cream can with foam explosives. And the idea was you could go up and draw whatever shape you wanted on the wall or whatever with the explosives, add a blasting cap, and blow stuff up. And they tested it, and it didn't work worth a damn. And they actually said, if you actually put the blasting cap onto the can and use it as one large block of explosives, it works pretty good. But the foam bit didn't work worth a darn. And but it got me thinking later, if you could make something like Great Stuff Foam that's actually an explosive, you could like make little inflatable things.
John, silly string. If you could make that shit blow the fuck up.
But
every person in the armed services would proclaim you a saint right then.
My idea, and I had this idea a while back. You get one of these plastic pool floaty rings, the life preserver looking thing. But what you do is you have the inflatables. You have the can of explosives attached to it, and you run up to where you're going to use it. You pull it out of the pack or whatever, unfold it, press the button, fill it up with the explosive foam. Okay, and it's got adhesive attached to the back of it. So you peel the adhesive up, like slap it up against the wall, add your blasting cap, and it's an inflatable breaching charge.
Yeah. Thank you. I'm going to use that. I may not credit you because I won't remember why I'm using it. But
you probably can't use plastic or vinyl because it wouldn't aerate properly to make foam good. So you'd probably have to use cloth. So it'd wind up looking like a windsock kind of thing.
I'm a science fiction writer. I can make asteroids move faster than the speed of light if I need to. And I can make androids who are smarter than several people online we will not name. And no, that was not a dig at Joe Dog. That was I'm not going there. I don't care how much I would charge. You get charged. Let's just say the sucker bot does not have enough personality to be a character in one of my books. I think I had a plot point in mind when I began this tirade, but now I've gotten distracted. So, someone please save my ass. Oh, jeez. Oh, and it. Oh wow. still got half an hour till I have to be responsible
Yep.
and do last man standing. No, there's a big difference between hosting last man standing and being responsible than hosting last man standing. I pray you never discover that distinction, because that's an awful lot of work right there. John, there are many, many things that I admire you for. Most of them have to do with cooking.
Oh, well, thank you.
Well, yeah. I mean, you do some fantastic shit. You can't hold a candle to my chili, but everything else you do. People just compliment the fuck out of you for it. Oh, Paul, you had to call it that, didn't you? You had to call it the old senile dude thing. I am not in control of your country. If I were, you'd all be rich, because the IRS wouldn't get any money from anybody ever. And if we needed to buy a new spy plane, we'd hold a bake sale. And the brownies would be seriously hot. And they'd be selling cookies. I got Joe on that one.
I don't know what you're talking about, Dan.
Well, hot brownies. Yeah, my wife is going to kill me if she ever watches this. Thank God she never watches this or anything else that I do.
Yeah, fix that.
Although last night we were trying to get her laptop to recognize Discord and give her access to Secret Humor group. And for some reason, Discord decided she need like 47 different levels of I am not a robot. And I'm not kidding. 47, I counted. If it was an even number, I would have said an even number, but no.
That's a little bit overkill.
I hate the ones that
A
ask you
little bit?
how many stop signs, or how many motorcycles,
Well,
'Cause they'll mix up motorcycles and bicycles, which really pisses me the fuck off.
well, the ones they were asking for was, which one of these cannot breathe underwater? And they kept showing snippets of King Kong. And I'm going, not normally, but in the expanded universe, it may be possible. I don't know. And then when we successfully jumped through all those flaming hoops, it still wouldn't let her.
Well, here's something to take your mind off that. If I can get it to pull up here. So this is the design I'm thinking about doing on my next show, which might be this weekend.
I recognize that actually, although I've never seen it in color before.
Yeah, that was me coloring it in, trying to figure out how I would want to try and color it.
If I can constructively critique that, the feathers should be blackbirds, crows, doves, and hawks. But I may be wrong because I don't know the mythology.
Oh, neither do I. I was just going for something that kind of popped and didn't all blend in together.
Yeah. I mean, you're doing great. You're doing great. I am the absolute wrong person to ask for how do I draw this person and make them look like this person, because there are two people on this earth that I've ever been able to paint that look like themselves. One of them was Elvis, and the other was someone even more people recognize than they would Elvis. Jimi Hendrix.
If you pull this one up, this is the black and white, just lined version.
Sure. Actually, I can see why you would want to throw some colors in there so that the headdress and the necklace and the other ornaments don't detract from the solemnity of the face.
Mm-hmm.
And, I don't know if that's something that my native kinfolk try and do on purpose, or if it's just an accident of nature. But looking so solemn all the time got to be exhausting. But, they seem to do it in every piece of artwork that's ever been done. Respect is paid. I mean, the check's in the mail. Depends on U.S. Post Office to deliver a check. Yeah, right. I'll do direct deposit, thank you. But no.
The check is in the mail just reminded me of something that one of my coworkers said on the job site a couple of years ago.
Does it involve two scientists studying Kodiak bears in Alaska?
No.
Okay.
So the concrete foreman was known for we go up to him, hey, how many yards of concrete you plan on placing today? Oh, we got we're only doing 200 yards today. 500 yards later, we're finally going home. Because he'd keep releasing more, and Ozinga would keep going, yes, pay us more. And we went up to him one day, and we're like, how many yards are you doing today, Chuck? He goes, only doing 100 yards today. You feeling okay? That's low for even, that's low. That's not even your normal number you give us. No. Strawberry said I couldn't order more than 100 today. I got to quit working my guys like dogs and, give everybody a little bit of a break today. Okay. So I went up to my coworker Brian and told him, hey, Chuck's saying that they're only doing 100 yards today. He goes, oh, there's one of the 3 biggest lies ever told. I said, where are the other? I go, where are the other 2? He goes, the check's in the mail. I won't nut in your mouth, and we're only doing 100 yards. And I broke Dan.
So I was remembering a comment that Dawn refused to read that I made last night on your show, and I hope Trey got a kick out of it, but
Oh, she did.
I mean, seriously, that broke me. Going, this is a contemplation I have never contemplated before in my entire history of contemplation, and I'll be in my bunk. And you know exactly what comment I was referring to.
Mm-hmm. No, last night's show was good. I enjoyed that.
You don't ever do a bad show, and really having Trey be there as well does not distract from your wood burning.
Yep.
But it enhances everyone's interest in the 2 of you as a very creative couple. Trey's what's the word? It's not knitting. Crochet. Yeah. Trey's crocheting, and those are very complex patterns. I don't care if the tangerine.
Can you tell I watched?
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that tonight. I don't
the
care.
Tangerine ball sack.
The man thing protector that she was doing last night. Oh God, you actually got me to go there in prime time.
Fuzzy was a bear. Fuzzy Wuzzy had no hair. Fuzzy Wuzzy wasn't fuzzy, was he? That's why you have to crochet sacks for them.
Oh, John, you ain't seen nothing yet. You need to go back to Germany. There's all kinds of not fuzzy wuzzies. And I don't even go to Europe anymore.
Yeah, Trey had a person reach out to her yesterday about doing a commission. I don't know if she told this on the show or not, but had someone reach out. They wanted a owl done. It was a crocheted owl, kind of like a graduation owl, had like cap and everything. 13,000 stitches.
Jesus.
And
the one I love is this woman.
That's a lot.
This woman at the Tank Museum. She was the lady that took the tickets for the Tank Museum. Crocheted a koozie, a camouflage koozie for a tank. It was impressive.
That took a minute.
And what I love was somebody asked her, "Why did you do that?" She goes, "I didn't want the tank to get cold."
Mother, take me home. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she figured it out how many how many stitches there were, what her average speed is per stitch, and because it wasn't just all single crochets like what she was doing on the show. There was double crochets and everything else, and even charging just $7 an hour plus material cost, it would have been $150.
Oh, believe me, Lindsay charges practically nothing for her knitting if you include the cost of the yarn and her time spent.
Mm.
I mean, seriously, she should be charging about $1,700 an hour. What she winds up charging is the cost of the yarn and the cost of the aggravation when she misses a stitch and has to go back and unravel everything and do it all over again.
Mm.
There was a lady next door that commissioned Lindsay to do a sweater for, and this had to be custom fit because this particular lady had enormous tracts of land, and Lindsay made everything fit perfectly. And the thing about knitting is, if you have to include buttons and buttonholes, you charge double.
I was trying to find a picture of that tank koozie the woman had made, and this is all I can find on the internet is crochet.
Well, that's a perfectly admirable koozie right there.
It
Yes.
is. I cannot find any reference to this darn thing, and it,
Hey, makes me glad to be a mammal. Seriously. And I cannot believe I have another 15 minutes before I start my own show. There may not be enough alcohol in the world to get me through the last man standing tonight without assistance.
Yeah, the wife's learned to actually start charging for her time and everything, and she sat down, figured out how long it takes her to do certain stitches, and created a little Excel spreadsheet that she can plop all the numbers into. And
well, the sweater that Lindsay knitted for the neighbor, it actually involved almost $1,000 worth of labor and over $100 worth of yarn. But Lindsay only charged for the yarn. That's no, your work. I mean, that would be like charging someone $5 for a wood burning because that's what it costs you to broadcast it on StreamYard or whatever, for the video time.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there going, $50 is $50, and I've got it. Take my money, please. And Richie, do you know what, Richie? No, I have not told anywhere.
Oh, I know what Richie did because he sent me a message going, "I may be incurring the wrath of a old god of Appalachia."
He did not let me pay him for his work.
Hmm.
I demand that I am allowed to attempt to pay someone for their work, especially when it is that freaking beautiful. And believe me, Richie's chain with their wood burning is really
I look
going
forward to
to
seeing
be
those two
eye-catching
together.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you and me both. And I did talk Lindsay into not microscopically small, but reasonably small chrome eye hooks rather than cup hooks,
Hmm.
because I thought cup hooks would look. That's very fucking redneck. I am very fucking redneck, but I object to that. That's stereotyping.
I am very redneck, but even I have my limit.
I have my standards.
Yeah.
I am no longer sleeping with my grandmother. No, I did not say that on here.
Yeah, and we recorded it, and it's broadcast the whole 9 yards. Oh.
That's all right. Both of my grandmothers have been dead for 70 years. Don't take that statement any further.
Not the green room.
I own a shovel and a backhoe, but no, I'm not going there. Joe Dog would, but I'm not.
I'm sorry, Paul. I generally try to keep up with comments a little bit. I did see your comments come in on Facebook. I
no.
did groan a little bit internally at that.
Oh,
The one right above it.
oh, and Pesos is with us. Yes, and Thesis, when you do the quality of work you do, you, like Joe, need to learn, and Richie for that matter, you need to learn to let people pay you. You're putting effort into this. You're putting attention. You're putting time. Time is a thing you can never get back because you only got so much. And when your time runs out, you disappear forever. And people can only remember you
if you charge them a fortune.
If you charge them a fortune for your time before you kick the bucket, let's see.
I based mine on $10 an hour. Is what I based my stuff on.
When I valued Stephanie Osborne's steampunk ray gun that I built for her, I based it off of my hourly pay at that time, which was just a little short of $25 an hour. And if I had actually charged her that, the bloody sculpture would have cost her $10,000 or thereabouts in my time.
Mm-hmm.
And that wasn't even counting the irreplaceable, never can be found again micro junk electronic parts that I scavenged from work. But no,
I'll have to mention that animated my wife, Paul.
oh, which one?
Blue-Eyed Samurai.
Yeah, it's a new one that's out. It's pretty good too.
Oh, okay.
I love where the blind master swordsmith is teaching the Anglo kid, which is where the blue-eyed samurai thing comes from, is teaching him how to work in a blacksmith shop. And every time he makes a mistake or doesn't something right, smacks him in the head of a cane, little bamboo, whip type thing. And eventually the kid actually goes and makes a kitchen knife. It didn't tell the master he was going to do it. Made a kitchen knife. Master comes in, looks at it, and goes, not bad. It's good for cooking. Says, one of these days I'll have to show you how to make real steel. and as he's walking away, I love this bit. The kid thinks the guy's going to scold him, like smack him with the cane again for doing it. And the guy turns around, kind of looks in the kid's direction and goes, he's blind, so looking in their directions, he looks at the kid and goes, an artist signs his work and walks out. Kid turned around and stamped his name into the blade. I was like,
I'm sorry. If that were me in that situation, I probably would have thrown the damn thing and hoped the sensei would know to turn around and catch it in midair. But
we need
not
to
be
play
disappointed
I believe that
if
was actually from the
I
trailer.
became the next sensei because he died, because I threw a knife at him and got him in the back of the head with a anvil. I miss Dawn so much with that particular moment.
She's only been gone for 40 minutes. Come on.
Hey.
It was always funny because we'd play that and then she'd pop in.
Yeah, but she's in about as much pain as I'm in right now, if not more. Her ouch! That was unexpected, Daniel. Don't twist your head that way again. Her health is even more delicate than mine is at the moment, which is frightening. I mean, seriously, frightening. And Thesis, did I send you a link to Last Man Standing or not? I do not remember. You should be part of the regular group link send.
He is.
Oh, good. Because that is one man whose input I really very highly value. I mean, I don't even say that about Joe Dog. There was supposed to be a laugh there. That's all right. Joe Dog will ban me in the morning. Pop.
Caffeine.
I wish. No, I can't have caffeine this time of night. I'm I'm stuck with alcohol. I wish I could have caffeine, but no, you do. The universe does not need caffeinated Daniel at 11 p.m.
It's only 120 milligrams in this bottle.
You know how much is in my Maxwell House?
Probably quite a bit more.
At about 3 decimal points. Yeah. I like coffee. I like strong coffee. I like Waffle House coffee.
My dad always said if he couldn't set the spoon into the mug and have it stand straight up, it wasn't coffee, it was tea.
Hey,
I had a friend had a coffee mug that had a spoon stuck in it. He'd pour coffee in there and set it on the table and go, now that's coffee. And people were like,
she's going to kill me. She is going to kill me. John.
what?
I do remember when you stood bolt upright in a Waffle House. And
No, I didn't. Well, I did when I went to I had to get the ice out of the bottom of my shirt. Yeah,
yes. And there are unmentionable things that I will not mention, but you did not turn around an Army Ranger, our favorite bringer of the morning.
just I was never a ranger.
No, but you could have been at that instant. You could have qualified because I saw the look on your face. Oh my God. I saw the look on the back of your neck. I mean, seriously, you were very restrained.
Oh yeah,
when you
I have to be.
Well, and she's so cute. How can you not let her get away with whatever? And I think she's gonna crush on you. I really do. And I don't mean crushed eyes.
They're probably closer to the truth on that last one.
It's time to play the outro.
Guys, it is that time of the night.
It is that okay.
And before I actually punch the button, I'm gonna. Let me see.
Joe Dog is
no,
not
moved him
even
again.
here to do the
touch face God, as Joe likes to say. Just so y'all know, I want to thank everybody for being on the show. You know, we had Sean Hatfield came on. He does the Iron Man impersonation, cosplay.
And he's very good. He's very good at that.
I highly recommend.
He is very in character, and
go talk at him, and you know. Then
I would be very disappointed to find out he wasn't one of my cousins. Actually,
right. And I'm gonna watch this F-104A starfighter go flying about while we say good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
have slipped the surly bonds of earth and danced the skies on laughter-silvered wings. Sunward I've climbed and joined the tumbling mirth of sun-split clouds and done 100 things you have not dreamed of. Wheeled and soared and swung high in the sunlit silence. Hovering there, I've chased the shouting wind along and flung my eager craft through footless halls of air. Up, up the long, delirious, burning blue, I've topped the windswept heights with easy grace, when never lark nor even eagle flew. And while with silent, lifting mind, I've trod the high, untrespassed sanctity of space, put out my hand and touched the face of God.